Welcome to another edition from the Bleacher Sports Show. This is me, your buddy, your pal, your amigo, your compadre, Tom, and we're going to talk some Thunder from this past Tuesday. Thunder from this past Tuesday, which was Pride versus Thunder, I believe was the episode. Thunder versus Pride, however you want to describe it. Focused around the main event. Named after the main event, which was the rematch of Allison Kay versus Thunder Rosa. Couple of things that I wanted to discuss, and this is obviously in no particular order. Just a couple of thoughts. I'm not going to review every single match, but I liked it. First thing that kind of struck me that you would probably feel watching the episode is the theme. Into the Fire, No More. It's a new song by Pantera. Unbroken, I believe it was, or Broken was the name of the song. And it kind of took me a step back. So what we're this is 17th episode in, and the theme song has changed. But for that, in that respect as well, the intro has also changed. Like the introduction, the characters, it's different highlight clips now going on as opposed to the prior ones, in case you haven't noticed. I thought to myself, why? I mean, Into the Fire, relatively speaking, I'm sure the licensing rights to Into the Fire would be a lot less cheaper than it would be for a band like Pantera, if I'm not mistaken, right? On the YouTube comments, on the YouTube section, NWA responded on the YouTube page there that it's just to freshen or keep things fresh. And I get it. You want to keep things fresh, but the song doesn't. And theme songs play an important part, right? In the presentations, they're very important. It's an important part. The bright side is, I guess, we don't have Nickelback, Burning to the Ground, playing as the theme. It doesn't fit the background. Pantera doesn't give you that 80s feel, right? But I guess, with this new song, maybe that song title will be a theme going forward, for the program for this season. I can't, who knows what the real reason was. I'm just trying to look at the bright side of things. I'm not crapping on the new song. It's just different. It doesn't feel, 80s. It's just the song's different. But again, maybe if you listen into the wording of the songs, it would fit what would go on throughout this season. So, I guess, time will tell in regards to that. But it did take me for a loop, did the song. The first segment, you started strong with Tim Storm, saying, again, the constant, talk, a revolving storyline is, will he, is he considering, retiring? Is that in the future for, Tim Storm? And, he goes on to say that no, that's not him. He wants to be a world heavyweight champion again. Now remember, he lost that right. Now he didn't say specific, did he say, I don't recall him saying specifically that it would be, for what title, unless I'm mistaken. And he goes on to say, who he's facing, and he wants to get to that path. And he has to start all the way, and he has a lot of people to get through, and he's starting with Tom Latimer. Now, Tom Latimer, I don't get how he is in the path of getting climbing the ladder for a singles title run. Because to me, he's a tag team wrestler, so shouldn't it be against someone else as opposed to Latimer? But all right, and nitpicking, I get it. Latimer is a young, hungry cat. He comes out and is making fun of Mama Storm. Or rather, he says, Mama Storm is out. We bring out Mama Storm. It's definitely not Mama Storm. It's a dude dressed as Mama Storm. How dare you make fun of Mama Storm? The whole setup, right? The outfit that she was wearing kind of took me back to like I don't know, to like something like that, like the mom from All in the Family would wear, right? One of these like old school like dresses around the house, or even like a Larry Johnson in his old commercials for Grandmama when he was advertising the sneakers. You remember that too, right? Kind of takes me back to that. There were some funny lines, some funny shenanigans. I mean, it was all right. It was all right. I'll tell you this again, and a theme that's been a common theme over and over again for me with NWA Powerrr is these guys, 95% of them, damn it, they know how to cut a damn promo. Damn it, do they know how to cut a promo. Because that interaction, Tim Storm, the lines that Tim Storm had were good. Thomas Latimer interacting with him, although it was simple, it got the point across. He didn't stutter. He was concise, coherent, clear. Even the actor that they had playing Mama Storm got her points across. She had some decent time on the mic. So it was, it was decent. It was good. Then you also had Eddie Kingston on the mic. That promo was unbelievable by Eddie Kingston. I would argue with you that was probably the best promo in the 17 episodes of NWA Powerrr by Eddie Kingston. You could tell that promo that he was saying, it had a bit of, definitely had realism in that promo. take a look back at it. He was saying about how Homicide, stopped them from committing suicide, that he would, in return, Kingston would die for this guy. So it was a real emotional, raw promo delivered awesomely by Eddie Kingston, who's just so natural on the mic. But imagine if Eddie Kingston turns on Homicide. Can you imagine the emotion and the storytelling that story will tell? Just a part of me, the way they're setting this up. Homicide has, Kingston has mentioned a few times that Homicide is his guy, is his number one dude, the guy that he will go to bat for, one of his only friends. Oof. Boy, if someone stabs someone in the back, whether it be Homicide or Kingston, I think it would make more sense for Kingston. If that backstab happens, what a emotional story that will be to tell, to unfold on NWA. Do yourself a favor and look at that promo. It was amazingly done. Like the match between Allison Kay and Thunder Rosa. Again, this theme where you still left even after a loss. You're still feeling that Allison Kay still looks strong, and the champion still looks strong. The victory again was, the match was a hard-fought match, and the victory was by a roll-up, another roll-up victory. It's doing its job, but when is enough, or is it too much? I'm gonna go back to the line where I said we need a commissioner to kind of shoot down these wrestlers when they get out of hand. Melina is talking about her wanting a title shot, her deserving a title shot. What exactly is the reason? She's saying that she went to NWA management for a title shot. What exactly is the reasoning? For what? Why does she deserve a championship? A commissioner on TV here, on air role, would be great. And at least you have the authority figure explaining, on TV, explaining their decision. Didn't really like that. We had a non-title tag team match in James Storm and Drake versus Jessicus, who was back with a tag team partner. And, this guy in Jessicus, he's back on TV, right? I would be interested in learning a little bit more about him. He was a central figure early on in the NWA days, earlier on in this relaunch, then disappeared, and now he's reintroduced. But, in this tag match, we really didn't learn much more about him and why he was tagging with the tag team partner that he was tagging. What was the reasoning? He was kind of disappointed by that. I know it was only the second or third time we really seen him on TV. But why exactly, would love to hear and see more from him and want to know about his character, his story. Matt Cross, M-Dog rather. Was that M-Dog, right? Matt Cross? M-Dog, I believe. M-Dog. Good to see him in the NWA ring. Makes you wonder how come he wasn't really picked up, or why he didn't stick, with like companies like WWE or these other companies. Why he hasn't been a mainstay. Marty Scurll and Nick Aldis, I kind of liked how the NWA kind of fixed up a little hole in the storyline where they thought about it and they said, well, listen, no one's going to believe in actuality that the tickets are free, or no one's going to believe that tickets are going to be reimbursed. It doesn't make any sense if you really thought about it. It kind of makes sense if you think about it. The company needs to make money. Why would they reimburse ticket sales? It's not like Marty Scurll owns ROH that he's collecting all the money, right? So they fixed if you really thought about it, they fixed a loophole in the storyline where he now says, okay, well, Marty, since I didn't hear from you, give me a counter. I want to hear what you have for me. So I like how they fixed that, and they're going to go away with reimbursing tickets if a person was said to lose. So I like that. They're fixing that aspect of the storyline. What I don't like, though, is the way that they were building this for the Crockett Cup. I would have thought that you would have kept these two apart from each other, build up the storyline, build up the suspense, but instead, what we have is they're going to be in tag team action on opposite teams. I would have thought that you would have kept them away from each other until the Crockett Cup to build up the suspense, build up the friction and tension, that when they finally get to each other, assuming that they will eventually have that match on the Crockett Cup, it'll be something explosive. But I guess maybe they could still do it. They could still be in the same ring on opposite sides of their tag team, on opposite sides of each other, and possibility that they don't even make contact have worked out that way somehow. I could see that being an option, but I just thought if they were kept away from each other, who knows? Again, they still might be kept away from each other. It would have been a little bit more special. Again, I'm going to stick with this, and I'm going to keep on telling you the same thing right now. For me, the NWA compared to, like AEW and NXT, and even NXT, certain aspects I like from AEW, but NWA from me, it's just something that sticks, maybe because it's an easier watch. It's an hour, and I got so many things to do. I'm doing this, doing that, and it's a harder watch. In an hour, you could just watch it, and I don't know. To me, it just sticks more. And again, it's a logical storytelling to me. It makes sense. Now again, maybe this is because the roster is smaller and more to concentrate on. But all in all, for me, the NWA is a much easier watch than, NWA is an easier watch to me than AEW and WWE and Impact. So, hope all is well, guys. Just some of my thoughts from this past week, NWA Powerrr. Until next time.